Wars Rebels. Let's do this.
Baby, I'm hot like the prodigal son. Big up a little bitty money, moon and flower. You're the chosen one.
Hey everyone, this is SpyFan 101. I'm here today to... Hold on, let me... Here we go. Hold on. Alright, here we go. I'm here to talk about the latest episode of Star Wars Rebels. And this is honestly one of the best Star Wars Rebels episodes I've seen. Not only because it focuses on one of my favorite Star Wars characters of all time, Sabine Wren. Not only does it go into the history of the Mandalorians, not only is the character development present, and not only are the character moments strong, but it just also is a very good episode. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, the episode starts. We get some backstory on the Darksaber and how it was basically, you know, held by this all-powerful Mandalorian that took over everything, and he reigned power with the Darksaber. So they feel like, the Mandalorian that's already there is talking to Kanan, and he feels like if Sabine has the Darksaber, then, you know, he could get the rest. She could get the rest of the Mandalorians to reunite and make this huge army. So, and like Kane's like, yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Well, he's blind. Well, technically he's not really that blind because he can see through the Force, or he can sense things through the Force. But that's not the point. So we cut to Sabine. She's just chilling in her room. Chopper comes in his droid language. Sabine walks out to the crew just waiting for her. And they're like, you gotta carry the Darksaber. You gotta carry the Darksaber so the rest of the Mandalorians could follow you and make this gigantic army. And Sabine's like, no, I'm not interested. I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want that responsibility. But then all the members of the crew say, like, yeah, like, you should do this. You should do this. Like, you should reunite the Mandalorians so we could have a huge Mandalorian army. So she's like, fine, I'll do it. So, they go to the place where, Kanan found that giant rock monster guy. Now, a lot of the episode takes place... Now, I realize that this location in general is very prominent when it comes to Star Wars Rebels Season 3. Something about, like, I know it's like the first place where Kanan found the rock monster. But, you know, I'm just glad that, you know, it's not like a throwaway location, because so far it's been through every episode. So, yeah. So they're there for Sabine to train with the Darksaber, but during these times, like, she doesn't actually, well, I'm still holding this lightsaber, let me put it down. Okay, alright. So, well, she does, like, the first steps of the training, she doesn't actually use the Darksaber to train. She uses a stick, and she trains with Ezra for a little bit, and he pretty much teaches her all of his tactics. And so, when they're training, like, she's getting better with the stick and everything. But, you know, she's still a little off in terms of, you know, her movements. So, let me back up a little bit. So, there's one moment where, you know, Ezra knocks it down, and she's like, you know, I quit. And well, she doesn't. Well, she throws the stick down, and she says, I'm done for now. I'm done. And then, when she's hanging out, her Mandalorian friend brings her like this box, and what is inside it is like these cool this cool gear. Like one can shoot like a sonic wave, kind of like how Iron Man shot like that light wave in Captain America Civil War. It's kind of like that. And the other one is pretty much like a grappling hook. Or, well, not necessarily a hook, but it's like this string that glows yellow, and she could like, let's say I hold on. Alright. Let's say I'm gonna use my magic band. You see this ray thing I have here? Let's say I just drop it. She could pretty much go like, and she could get it. She could get it with it. That's basically what it does. So yeah, she gets that. After she gets those, she's like, well, I think I'm ready to train again. And so she goes over to Ezra with the stick, and he's like, oh, you ready? All right. Like, all right. Maybe I won't go easy on you this time. And so they start training, and then out of nowhere, Sabine does like the Iron Man sonic wave to Ezra, and he gets knocked down, and then she points a stick in his neck, and he's like, that's your head. And Ezra doesn't think that this is fair because she's using technology, and Kanan doesn't like it either. But to show that she has good tactics, Sabine like wraps Kanan around with the string, and she holds tight, and Kanan cuts it with the lightsaber, and he's like the Jedi won the battle against Mandalore. These tricks will not help you in the long run. And he's getting pissed and all that. So yeah, that's the moment where she's like, I quit. She goes over to like a pile. She goes over to a pile of rocks, sits on there, kind of contemplates what happened. Then Ezra comes over and says, hey, you were pretty good out there. And Sabine is still in conflict about whether she wants to take the responsibility of the Darksaber or not. And she's like, I lost everyone I had. I created all these weapons, and the Empire used them against the Mandalorians. And the Empire captured my parents and all that. And then she's yelling at Ezra, and then he's like, all right, fine. Well, at least you have parents. Then he walks off. So yeah. That's a good comparison, though. So it takes her a while to realize, look, I'm ready to, and then no. I'm like jumping to like a completely different scene here. So then we cut to Kanan talking to Hera through a hologram. And he is not impressed at all. Like in fact, he is scolding her. He's saying like she doesn't have patience. She like the force is in everybody, but she's so resilient and so Mandalorian like that she can't even feel it. And Hera's like, just give her a chance. Just give her a chance. It's like, let her do this. Let her train with the Darksaber. So Kanan's like, alright, fine. And it takes her like a whole day to come back and realize that she has to do this. So Sabine walks over to Kanan, and she apologizes to him. He also apologizes, and then Kanan picks up the Darksaber and gives it to her. So she's like, I think I should train more before I do this. And he's like, no, go ahead, take it. And then, they start to train with it. And then, like, And then like we realize that Kanan's like he's going hard, and he's like you're sloppy, Javi. You should quit. And she's like she's getting angry and angrier the more he keeps digging down. And then when he yells at her even more, that's when like he starts going down to like you ran away from your family and all that. And she's like, lies. And then he's like, then what's the truth? And that's where she just goes all out. She goes crazy because the whole time I was like, I tried to warn you, Kanan. You should not have made her angry, because now she's gonna kick you behind. So anyway, she does that. She does that. Then they stop fighting, and they talk about, you know, how Sabine can still rescue her parents from the Empire if she has enough courage to do this. And you know, they all step down and they say, look, I will join with you. Like all three of them. And Kanan says that we're a family, so we're never gonna give up on you. And then that's when the episode ends. That was a great episode. I absolutely loved it. Out of 10, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. It was a stellar episode. So, let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments down below. So, I'm a Spy Fan 101 saying, peace!